Good morning from outside the Airbnb. Little coffee shop talk this morning. Last night, as I was thinking a little bit more on this race, I have decided that one of the themes of this race for me is thinking on this idea of the canceled swim and realizing that this is the one that tried to kill my spirit. This is the one that tried to make me not care. This is the one that tried to make me back down. And instead of all that shit, this is the one where I rose up even more. Unfortunately for the canceled swim, the one that tried to kill my spirit, unfortunately for this one, I got the Holy Spirit inside me. And we're coming for this thing. And we're coming to take this thing down with authority. So I had a little fun thinking about that last night. It's a pretty gray day here in Chattanooga. It's spritzing rain a little bit. I don't even know if it's cloudy. It's just like one big cloud. It's about 8 a.m. Plan for the day is that I am heading over to transition in about 30 minutes. I'm going to see if I can swap around that number situation. I'm gonna meet up with the guys. We are gonna drop our bikes off, and then we are going to do a little shakeout run, and then we are going to wrap it up for the day, get off our feet. I'm gonna be chilling. Got a little bit of athlete programming that I want to check in on, make sure I'm cleaned up with biz stuff for the next couple of days. I'll be doing some stretching, some pliability, and mostly just taking it easy, continuing to eat a lot of rice. So that is what's on plan for the day. Let's go. All right, we are down here at the Ironman Expo. I see the dudes right up here about to do a little bit of shakeout run together and bike drop off and get this prep day rolling on here. Let's go.
What's up, brother? Oh, is that right? Yeah.
All right, we got the group meeting up here. We got my mom, my dad, little Jack here. We just finished the shakeout run. We're about to be dropping off bikes and moving on. All right, we got a live check here. Aaron Burke, AB, first time Ironman coming up. Got to ask him a couple of questions. Aaron, what are you most looking forward to about today?
I will say I am most looking forward to, one, the adversity of the race shifts, because I love to adapt and overcome, but also I am looking forward to that pain that I have not experienced yet, and I am excited to see how I react and break through, because we are going to break through, baby. Let's go.
Beautiful. So AB, he's got 3 70.3s under his belt, basically all in the last year, right? Your first 70.3 was Muncie.
So September 30th is going to be exactly a year ago for my first.
So within a full calendar year, first 3 70.3s and first Ironman. What have you learned from the 70.3s that you are applying to this?
I've learned just to have more confidence. I've been here before, I've done this, I'm excited for it, and I'm ready to take this down. Let's go. Beautiful.
Is there any part of the bike or the run strategy that you are shifting up from your last 70.3?
I would say for the bike, I would like to ease into it this time instead of going crazy all out and then just totally exhausting myself. But also with a run, I'm gonna do a really good run walk strategy. I like the whole 7-minute, power, all I got, and then 2 minutes, just kind of like a power hike, and then right back into it.
Beautiful.
As I need. So.
All right, final question. What have you learned most about yourself through this training process?
That I can do this. I can do anything that I want. I think that's the biggest thing. I used to just be so timid at taking down big things and kind of scared, and I feel right now that there's literally nothing that I can't do.
How does it feel to know that there's like a team of people that'll be tracking you all day and rooting you on and cheering for you?
That is totally different. That makes you just want to push so much harder compared to like having nobody that is tracking or looking at you. I have so many friends, family, the whole team. I mean, it's crazy. It definitely does some wonders for you. So
beautiful, dude. Let's get it. Here we go. There is always something that's got to be adjusted right before the race. Always a little something to figure out. And usually it's coming from me fucking something up. And this time I miscounted my scoops for my sports mix when I left from Boulder. We were low on this anyway, so I pretty much brought all that we had. But I thought that I had 5 servings. I really just had 5 scoops. A scoop is 2 servings. So I'm starting to measure out my bottles, getting these prepped up for tomorrow, and I got 600 calories in this one. I'm expecting to put 300 in this one, and 300 in another one, and have another 300 for the run. And all I got is 150 left. So I just ordered some Tailwind and some Scratch at the REI in Chattanooga, and my parents are gonna pick that up on their way back from the Chattanooga Aquarium with Jack Jack. And listen, man, I don't have this stuff perfectly sorted. There's a lot of moving pieces. And so just part of figuring this stuff out, part of just doing Ironman is like, all right, fuck, gotta get some new fuel. Let's figure this out. I'm used to using those products, so we'll make it work. But that's what we got. It is 11:56, so I'm back home and I'm chilling. I'm about to put on a movie and stretch out a little bit. I just got some Epsom salt on my way home. I'm gonna do a little Epsom salt bath in a little bit, and I got some bands at Walmart to do a little bit of a warm up tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be interesting because even though there's no swim, right? Like the idea of not doing the swim means I'm not gonna be expending quite as much energy, but the swim also works as a nice warm up for the bike. So I'm gonna be starting the bike fresh. So I got some bands here to do like a nice little warm up in the morning, get the blood pumping a little bit so that when I start pedaling, I'm not just like starting from scratch. So this would be a new protocol, new thing to figure out, but we're making it work. I'm on some frozen mango right here, just continuing to carb up. We got serious rice prepped up here. We got a fridge tour if you want it. Main thing in here is we got a couple batches of rice that I've made. We had a little turmeric rice that I combined here with just some normal, white rice. And so this is what we got. We're making it work, sipping on electrolytes, pretty much just doing the thing right now. Let's go. All right, so I gotta bring you in to a little bit of the carb loading. This is the value of doing different types of endurance because you learn things doing different stuff that you can apply back to other processes. So for this right here, this is exactly what we did in Zion, prepping for Zion 100 miler. And the protocol is about 1 gram of carb per kilogram of body weight. I'm about 175 pounds, which is about 80 kilograms. So 1 gram per kilogram is, whatever the math is, it adds up to about 800 grams of carbs, which 8 times 4, a carb is 4 calories, 8, 16, 24, 32. That's about 3,200 calories of carbs. Maybe not all these numbers are making sense, but the simple point is you gotta eat a lot of fucking carbs. You gotta eat a lot of carbs. You got to do it in the multiple days leading up to the race. And for me, the minor adjustment on the diet is dropping a bit of the fat and upping the carb intake so that I'm not really changing too much of my overall calorie intake. I'm not like feeling too stuffed and too full, but I'm getting significantly more carbs. So right here, we got a bowl of rice, and this is my move here. I just go with honey right on top of the rice. I'm gonna add a little bit of salt to this as well. And without doing a lot of fat in my diet in the past couple of days, this sits really well for me. I've been doing the frozen mango, I'm doing the rice, I'm gonna have a little bit of chicken in a little bit, and this is a bit of the strategy. And for me, this is a huge evolution from my first Ironman. When I did my first Ironman, I was going low carb. So I had some sweet potatoes the day before, but I didn't have any carbs pre-race morning, and I fell apart on the run. Cramped in the swim, had to grind through the bike. I mean, I still did relatively well for a first timer, but these are just huge upgrades here. Now my 5th time around at Ironman, banging it out. Let's go. All right, so we have checked off an hour of stretching, 30-minute Epsom salt bath. We are evolving from old school now to super bad. and I am in on some athlete plans, and I just got to share one of my favorite parts of building out athlete plans. So I got a bunch of guys that are about a month out, 5 weeks out from Ironman Florida. That's our team race. And so what I'm programming guys with right now are basically their peak sessions, which is just super fun for me because I get to label them as like peak day, put a little bit of emphasis on them for the guys, let them get excited about it. But I also get to build these to support each athlete to either build a lot of confidence in themselves, hitting an important distance marker, century ride, something like that, or just blending in my own philosophy of training. So a big thing right here, I got my guy Jamie, his plan is up. And an important part of evolving as an endurance athlete is doing the race distance in a compressed period of time. So for Jamie, I am giving him a compressed Ironman basically over 2 or 3 days. He's got a 4,800 yard swim that I'm giving him on Friday. Then on Saturday, he's going to have a 5-hour ride into a 1-hour brick. And then on Sunday, he's got a 90-minute run. So there are some Ironman efforts, high zone 2 efforts inside of the long ride. And then there are some race pace checks within the Ironman brick. And then the idea there is that over that window of time, 48 to 72 hours, that's going to give his body a great chance to just get used to putting out that kind of volume. And so for him, I put some notes on here like really look to fuel these days well, really prioritize like preparing for these sessions, really prioritize recovery, how you're eating after them, prioritize hydration, sleep, all kinds of things like that. So really just enjoying this time where I get to build out these plans and set athletes up. Also get to just check in on like where guys have been, what have they been taking down. Jamie was on a mountain biking trip this past week, so he has taken down like freaking 12 hours of mountain biking. He had a 6.5-hour mountain bike ride, then 2.5, then almost 4. So whatever that adds up to is a shit ton. So he's building really well, but building it in a unique way. So that's what we got going on. My parents are going to get back here with Jack soon. They successfully picked up the fuel that I needed, and we are basically winding down here for the day. We're going to eat pretty soon, have an early dinner. I'm going to head to bed and continue to just chill out here and just prepare for the day tomorrow. So with that, we will sign off for the day. See you tomorrow. Pretty silly, huh? Pretty silly. Yeah.